The KarmaYoga project was one of the most amazing experiences of my life.
KarmaYoga, it's a life-changing experience.
I remember our first task was we just had to move around the village. It was known as a transit walk. We had to interact with people and draw a map of the village. Frankly, we had no clue where to start.
We explored different areas of Kunnathur. So we went to the archaeological site. We saw, the huge rocks. We saw a strange-looking temple, which was something which we have never come across before. We just entered the village and we took a few steps, and there was a pond right there. We also visited a lot of, fields. So all of this was a very, very different experience for us.
As we continued from the archaeological site, we came across the Dr. Ambedkar colony, wherein we met Mr. Janki Raman, who introduced himself as the youth of that area and someone who was conducting tuitions for the children of that region. What was missing then was the English tuitions, which he wanted us to carry on from then on.
When we reached the place, the tuition center, the enthusiasm in the students was amazing, and we found all of them in the age range of maybe 6 to 15. And as and when we started teaching them, the progress that was visible in them was amazing, and we were really surprised to find that such a progress could be made.
One of such visits, what happened, we suddenly discovered Mrs. Ramani coming in and talking to us. We found that she headed a self-help group. So we arranged for some meeting with some women in the village, and we found that these women were particularly interested in entrepreneurship. So that's when we decided that we will adopt this particular group as our second step.
When we started interacting with these women on a regular basis, we found that they had a natural inclination for tailoring. So we found this person in Anupuram who was willing to offer them classes 5 days a week and 2 hours every day at just 200 rupees per month.
We met with Mr. Kesavan, who was the ex-sarpanch of the village. During one of our casual conversations, Mr. Kesavan told us that he was a farmer and he wanted to bring down the cost of agricultural production. And we decided to go ahead with pursuing organic farming.
As months rolled by and we continued English tuitions, an insight came to us and we realized, hey, this is not their real need. What they really needed was education and an institution to partner them and show them the way to fulfill this true need of theirs. That's when the Great Lakes family came to our aid and introduced us to TNSF, the Tamil Nadu Science Forum.
In due course, we got Mr. Janki Raman to come in contact with the TNSF personally. When he starts to interact with the TNSF, the dependency on us reduced a lot. He started arranging a lot of programs without really taking a lot of effort from us, which included even sky gazing, where using the telescope, the students could have a look at the stars and the moon.
So meanwhile, with the women's self-help group, we got them introduced to the trainer in Anupuram. But to our surprise, we found that the women were not as motivated as they seemed in the beginning of the program. So that's when we decided that we'll go with a person who's self-motivated, who will serve as an example for the other women in the village. So we found that kind of a person in Mrs. Uma, who is also a part of the women's self-help group with Mrs. Ramani. And then we adopted her for the next initiative.
She was interested in cultivation of decorative plants at her home. So we set up a meeting between the owner of the Manamai nursery and Mrs. Uma. So she visited the nursery, she went about, surveyed the area, got a look at what is done and how it is done. The owner of the nursery promised to help her cultivate the plants at home and also agreed to buy back the plants once they were cultivated.
Mrs. Uma wanted to do something, some sort of an entrepreneurial venture with, which involved tailoring. So we arranged for a meeting with women in Anupuram, and these two women had a nice exchange of ideas.
With the farmers group, we managed to find an expert. He even agreed to come to the panchayat and explain to them the advantages of organic farming. Following which, Mr. Keshavan, along with a group of farmers, agreed to do organic.
So finally, Mr. Janki Raman became so self-motivated and confident that he started networking with almost all the TNSF personnel in a way that he could arrange a workshop whenever he wished. And he started taking so much initiative all by himself to uplift the people in his village. And we were like, hey, we should do something more than this.
We got an idea to start a science club in the village. So what we did was we motivated the people to start the club themselves by collecting some books and experimental kits. Now we were pleasantly surprised to see that within a week they were actually able to collect around 300 books from various sources as well as 1500 in cash, and they actually started the club within a week in a small building on Ambedkar Street. Now this club, which is known as the CV Raman Club, went live on 26 January along with the Republic Day celebration.
Karma Yoga means selfless work, and to serve yourself is pleasure, but to serve others is joy.
Karma Yoga is an initiative where you actually start thinking about someone else's life. It's about discovering the purpose of your own life, at the same time helping someone else find their own. We came here as ordinary individuals, and we leave as those who know the meaning of life.